Did you sound check? I bet you didn't.
I did.
You
With the
did?
headphones? Yeah. God, you're a piece of shit.
Dude, I trust you, man. I trust you now.
Hey, Hesbos. Welcome to a weird energy.
No.
Because Zack, right out the gates, like, did you sound check?
Yeah.
Did you sound
I shouldn't
check?
have asked that question. In a place
Stupid
like
idiot.
this.
Yeah, I sound checked.
It's not the time to ask
You know
that.
what? I'm gonna put your volume way down now.
Why?
That's what the people want.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Not in the reviews.
Hey, yeah, check the reviews. There was a new one that said first place Torio, second place Zack, unless there's a guest. If there's a guest, then my order is Torio, guest, then Zack.
Did they mention anything about me asking you if you did a sound check?
Yeah, they did. They said rude. Anyways,
Boy, dude, this is too much.
welcome to the pod. We have a great show for you today. So many wonderful things planned. Do us a favor. Like and subscribe wherever you're at. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you don't mind. Check us out at hesbystreetpod.com. We've got merch. We got videos. We got live dates. Zack will be at the Sacramento Punchline April 14th to 16th. He'll be in San Francisco the 28th to 30th. And you can catch him every Wednesday and Sunday in Los Angeles over at Citizen. I'll be at, Nightcap, April 7th. Don't Tell, Pasadena, April 9th. Bear City and Long Beach, April 13th. Santa Cruz, April 22nd. San Francisco, April 23rd. Petaluma, April 24th. Minneapolis, May 13th and 14th. Patreon.com/Hesby Street has a bonus episode every Friday. That's double the Hesby Street content.
Too much.
2 of them.
Too much.
I'd say it's not enough. Hit the music.
It is so good to be back at Hesby Street.
It is nice. We were out of town this weekend.
Yeah, that was a beautiful trip we took.
We had a nice little vacation to the city of San Diego.
Did some jokes.
We told jokes. We ate a lot.
Ate a shit ton of food.
Yeah, we decided to start a weight loss competition again.
Yep.
We won't get super into that on the pod again.
But if you guys want to join us,
if you do want to join us, hit us up.
Or you know, it could be fun if like 3 months from now you're like, you know what, this podcast turned my body around completely. Mm-hmm. I like myself. I can look at myself in the mirror. 3 stars.
That's how people leave 3-star reviews. Yeah. This podcast saved my life. 3.5 stars.
Not sure if I wanted it saved.
Yeah.
3 stars. We have fun. We have some fun.
We had some fun, man. It felt like when a troubled marriage couple. It's like we just need to get out of town for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like we reignited our love affair.
Well, it's when we're here, it's so much time with the kids, you know?
It's too much time with
comedy,
all
acting, refurbishing vans.
Yes, refurbishing vans.
Are you going to start a business? Van Grol Vans?
No.
You've sold one.
But I might get another van. Why do I need to start a business? Why does there have to be like
because your
paper
name
trails?
has van in it.
So what? I don't want that. I don't want to put it in my taxes.
Why?
Because it costs money.
Give it to the government, man.
Fine.
We need another missile, dude. Just one more missile, man.
Dude, did you see they're hiring like 2,000 new cops in LA?
No.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what's funny is I'm pretty sure it's 1,500, but I just said 2,000. Just because, like, when I tell a story, I just have to exaggerate.
Got to bump it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's a lot. It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot.
It's a lot when they're all coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You can feel the difference.
Well, we have like I feel like LA is the only city where like the police helicopters really patrol.
Yeah.
It's just like they'll circle and I'll be like, ooh, something must be. And then you go over there and it's just like a traffic stop.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't.
It's like a guy half hanging out of a trash can.
Yeah. You're like, why is the helicopter here?
Right.
Let me sleep.
The helicopter, I think, is because they lose people easily here. And sometimes the helicopter loses the person.
I know, but why is that any different than another city?
I think it's more vast. Like San Francisco, you can see the whole city from the fucking...
You're telling me if you're in San Francisco or if you're in LA, you have a better odds of getting lost in LA?
Yeah, for sure.
Why?
Distances and speeds and space.
But if you're on foot, I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. They got those back alley things, you know, like in...
All right.
What's that movie that you haven't seen because it stars all black people?
Barbershop.
No. Boys in the Hood.
I saw Boys in the Hood.
You saw it?
Yeah. Great movie.
They're the back alley. That's where they get shot.
And those San Francisco doesn't have back alleys.
They don't have back alleys like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Of course they do.
No, LA has back alleys.
All right. Okay. Then yeah, we need 1,500 more cops.
Give me this.
You proved me wrong.
Give me this.
Thank God we're
The
hiring more
mayor's
cops.
like, the back alleys are safe again.
They're supposed to not be safe.
Right.
That's why you have them.
Don't alley shame people.
No, alley shame. No, I will.
No.
Alley's where it goes down.
That's where I hang out.
If you want to be safe, you walk on the sidewalk. If you want to literally throw dice or figuratively roll the dice, back alley's for you.
Some great dice games in the back alley.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some serious figurative dice rolling in the back alley. That's where most of the figurative dice rolling
That's
happens.
a lot of it happens back there.
I'm down for a good gamble.
You want to gamble?
Let's gamble on something.
Well, we're already doing the weight loss chat's gamble.
That's a wager.
But we should do something else. Well, the basketball games tonight. You want North Carolina or do you want Kansas?
Ooh.
I pick Kansas.
I was going to pick Kansas.
Too late.
Fine. North Carolina.
All right, $1 million.
Can I pick anyone else?
Yeah, you can pick everyone else.
I just want to gamble on love.
Okay, how does that
I'm
work?
already married, but
Yeah. You should gamble on my love.
Okay.
Okay, you set me up with someone.
No, I want to do like a international. I want you on 90 Day Fiance
Okay.
so I can watch my boy Torio.
Set it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. Deal.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Dude, people are finding love on
Dude,
that thing.
I can't do the single thing anymore.
You can't?
No, I'm done. I can't. I'm just gonna settle.
Is this being for real or is this
This
a
is
bit?
being for real. I don't want to do it. It's hard, man. It's anxiety inducing.
But what's the bit?
There's no bit, dude.
Come on, man. Just get to it, dude. Don't tease us.
I just want to be married, dude.
No, come on, man.
I think you and E should let me in.
That's the bit.
We should throuple.
Dude,
I have a lot to offer.
I don't think she'd be into it. I'm all in. But it's a battle with her, man.
Right,
She's very stubborn.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever. We've talked about thruples too much, I think.
Yeah, probably.
We're practically a throuple podcast.
I do think I'm at the point where I think I could do an open marriage.
Yeah?
If it was someone that I was like best friends with, which I guess doesn't exist, but you know what I mean? Like if it was someone that I was like, yeah, I could hang out with you for the rest of my life, but she was just not that attracted to you.
She isn't or you aren't?
She is. Well, both. Either way.
Okay. You're both just not into each other?
Yeah.
But companionship's nice?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good rom-com.
Yeah.
Like a dystopian future.
It probably wouldn't work, though, right? That's always kind of the thought with thruples. Or
No.
open marriages, I mean.
Well, but this isn't...
Like, it won't last.
Right.
You know? Like, at some point... Because then you do catch real feelings for someone.
Well, it's also like if it's open and she's like out hooking up with other people that she is attracted to. Like, none of them are material enough to stay with.
Yeah.
She's like, I got to
what
get
I'm saying.
back to this guy I kind of like.
Yeah.
It would be nice, though. You get your own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of couples are
I don't know if you get your own bed, though.
geared towards that. No, you got to get your own bed.
Open marriage, I think you sleep in the same bed. But it's like a king. You don't really touch them much. You know?
Yeah. Every time I'm at someone's house and they got a king, I'm like, ooh, party couple, huh? Wide open, huh? No, man. I'm going to get you on 90 Day Fiance, and this girl's going to be like this one guy and girl I'm watching that she's just like, this guy.
I love when you recap 90 Day.
He's just like, I'm not. This guy's a loser, man. I feel bad. He's just like, yeah, I like to wear baseball caps because I'm self-conscious about my bald head. And I got hair growing in
Calling
the
me out, dude? I'll take my hat off.
I realize that's what I'm saying.
I take my hat off all the time.
No, you do take your hat off. You would blow this guy out of the water with your confidence.
I think the only time usually when I wear a hat on the pod, it's because I haven't like buzzed it, and I got that because I'm lazy with the buzz.
Right. It's
Once
a
a
lot.
week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not attacking you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Us bald people.
Okay.
We get a little self-conscious.
This guy Gino, though, he's got like a hot...
His name's Gino?
His name's Gino. And he's like, hi, how are you? It's great to be here. And I can't remember his lady's name, but she is beautiful. She's Panamanian. And she cannot get enough of his sex and is like begging. She's like, please, Gino, I'm vegetarian, but I need your meat. Please. And not joking, like tears in her eye.
She's definitely joking.
And he goes to pick up food from a restaurant, and she calls to FaceTime while he talks to the lady, the hostess. He's like, I'm picking up an order for Gino. Well, what's your name? And she's like, oh, I'm Brittany. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. Thanks. And she's like, why'd you have to talk to her like that? And he's like, I was just getting her name. And she's like, the only name you need to know is my name. Would you have someone like that? Just like someone that's like, Torio, please. Your dick and all your attention, please. Torio, please. I see you looking up to think. Look at me, Torio.
I'm thinking.
Thinking about leaving me?
Yeah.
For another bitch?
For sure. Because Brittany just gave me food. And you know how I'm with that.
I can make you food.
Yeah,
I can make you sex.
Very good.
You don't like Panamanian cuisine?
No, it's confusing.
But why isn't it working out with your man Torio? He's confused by the cuisine of my nation. he'll come around.
What is Panamanian cuisine? You have any idea?
I have no idea. If I were to guess, I'd say rice is involved at some point.
Mm-hmm. Probably mole. I feel like they might have mole.
Yeah, I want to say lomo saltado, but that's something else.
What is that?
I think that's Argentinian.
Yeah, just make them Panamanian. We're two white guys on a podcast. We can do that.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this.
Next up, more financial advice.
Crypto
baseball cards.
Okay.
I've been collecting them a lot.
What does that mean?
So it's literal baseball cards.
Okay.
But instead of a human being that you recognize holding the bat,
it's cryptocurrency.
It's either like
it has like their stats. Like
it has
in 2020,
they were in a slump.
Ethereum was hot in summer, cooled off towards the end.
Yeah, and it's just a person, like a entity embodied in human form.
A Dogecoin Rookie of the Year card.
Yeah, with like blowing a big bubble, blowing a big bubblegum bubble.
I'd buy that.
Oh, I have plenty to sell you. One is too big to fit in the apartment.
Oh, they're different sizes.
Yeah, you know how baseball cards are.
No, I don't. I thought they were all rectangle.
You never know what you're
getting.
One of them's
now?
on wheels. It's called financial risk, and it's also called financial reward.
Okay,
supposedly,
because fortune favors the bold.
Yeah,
brave.
Oh, yeah, dude. You saw that crypto commercial I've been working on?
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to be in a new crypto commercial, and you're like, Zach, what's the new acting gig? I'm like, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
And I'll be like, the world was founded on ideas. Man first crawled out of the cave and thought, man,
I have an idea.
I got to come up with something here.
Let's see. Fire's been done. Really wish I'd come up with that.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Wheel
Wheel was great.
I can remake the wheel, but it's really just the wheel still.
I've been toying with maybe slicing the bread, but I don't really know how.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have any kind of implement for that.
We just have that those shards of glass from the lava.
Yeah.
Flint. That's it.
Flint. That's the idea? What does that mean?
That's the blades they use. You didn't know? Flint rock.
No, like I'm trying to be like the other caveman.
Oh, you're still over in the thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I am. I'm Zack. This is me walking through the commercial. The caveman's like, dude, keep walking. You're supposed to be into like Magellan times by now. Could you ever do like pranky kind of acting on a show, like Punk'd? You know, where you're
I'd be
acting.
so bad at it.
I would too.
I would be so bad at it. I couldn't even like as a kid prank call. I would just laugh.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
I laugh too much.
I laugh way too. You laugh too much.
Yeah.
You got to stop.
Okay.
The reviews are in.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wish it was as funny as Torio thinks it is.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it down. No more laughing.
No more laughing the rest of the pod.
Okay.
Because people think you're giving me layups.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the case.
You don't laugh at anything I say.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do sometimes.
Uh-huh. Now you're gonna see how it feels.
You got to earn my laughter.
You got to see how it feels. So tell me about this gig you did last night, dude.
Oh my God, show from hell.
I heard you had a hell gig.
First 2 minutes of the show, a man faints. His pregnant wife drags him out, never to be seen again.
drags in what way? Does he
helps
regain
him
consciousness?
up and takes him away.
So he regains consciousness.
He regains consciousness. She takes him away, never to be seen again. It's already a lightly attended show, so that's a huge percentage of our audience.
Now, the show has begun.
There was 2.5 people. There was a baby in that woman that was there for the show.
So the host was on when it happened. How did he or she react?
He just rolled with it. And then
what does that mean? Did he bring it up or just go past it?
He checked on if the person was okay, but then the audience kept wondering if the person was okay. And no one had the answer. So we're all like, we're sure he's fine. And
did he like hit the ground hard? Were you seated?
I didn't see him faint. I just heard the commotion.
The thunk?
No, just people like, oh, whoa.
Got it.
And then two like haunted twins came up to the like upstairs balcony.
Haunted to their kids?
Little children, and they're like, la, 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 la. And the guy's like, okay.
Same host is still on stage.
Same host.
Jeez, I feel bad.
And then like the first or second comic goes up, and then a little boy sneaks away from his mother, who's just given up inside the Citizen Public Market, walks out, and he's just watching the show, like standing by the stage, looking at the comedian.
So close to the stage.
Close to the stage. And the comedian is Chris Storin. Everyone is looking at the kid like, and Chris Storin goes, oh man, don't you hate when you guys make a poo-poo?
I mean, Chris is great for that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did well with it.
So he soldiered. I walked towards the kid to like find the mom, and the kid like got scared and went back inside. And I see the mom's look of like, what are you doing? You know, like she's like, I'm not going to help you. Go fucking find out what's bad and danger. Then a guy walks out later in the show. He looks fairly well dressed. He's got like a form-fitting kind of salmon long sleeve sweater, some tight gray jeans, sunglasses on. Looks like maybe he's been day drinking at the bar upstairs for a while and came down like, show going on, and had this raspy voice. And so I'm like, come, you want to check it out? You know, sometimes drunk people stumble in. We're like, hey, you can have a seat if you want, or if it's late enough in the show, like just don't even buy a ticket.
Light attended. So.
Yeah, totally. So I notice he's holding a bag of In-N-Out. He offers us some. And then I look further down past the bag. He's not wearing shoes or socks.
So he's homeless.
So he is homeless, but deceptively homeless. So I think he walked through the whole place because everyone's working behind a counter.
Yeah.
No one sees.
He's like, I just need to look good from the waist up.
And it worked.
And it worked.
So he offered me one of the In-N-Out cheeseburgers in his bag. And I'm like, I'm okay, man.
Right.
And he's like, all right, cool. And then he starts making his way towards the back gate, but he's not quite out yet. And then he drops a cheeseburger on the ground. And he has like more in the bag. He's like, oh, shit. And he starts sweeping it with his bare feet. and by sweeping, I mean just kind of mushing it into the ground.
No.
Steve Fury's sitting next to him like, looking at me like, what the fuck is this? So then the guys, and Richard's just horrified. Richard's about to go on stage, and he's like not even looking at the stage. He's just staring at the guy's gnarly feet. It's like a weird fetish that's been unlocked that none of us wanted. So the guy's sweeping and just kind of standing by the gate, dangerously close, and Fury's just on his phone. I go, hey, Steve, you want to shut that gate? And the guy's like, I got it. And his like lettuce is flying everywhere, and he's still trying to sweep tomato slices. And it's like, thanks, man. So then I go up like 10 minutes later. He's gone. I go up 10 minutes later.
More is going to happen.
He pulls up a seat in the front row.
Oh, he comes back.
Yeah, in the front row of my set, beginning. I'm on that fence of like, if you can just stay there and be quiet, crazy, you're welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, stay. And so I go, and he gets up, and he's like, oh, like acting like he's trying to find something. There's nothing but the audience, like all watching him. I'm like, you need something, man? And he goes up to the guy in the back whose girlfriend left and sits in her seat. And the guy's like, no, man, no. Someone's here.
Like she's in the bathroom?
She's in the bathroom. And he's
oh
like,
my God.
He's like, you got like looking at the guy like, help me out here. You know, and the guy in the back is like, he had no words for him.
He's like, pretend I'm your date.
100%. And then, so then I'm like, dude, you just have to leave now. Like, everyone here paid to be here. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he starts walking up the stairs to the bar.
Okay.
And then some staff comes in like, are you okay? I'm like, it's not okay. No, this guy, we got a problem here. And he goes up to the stairs, and they're like, hey, man, you can't go to the bar. You got to come down here and leave. And he leans from over the balcony to the same guy in the back row, and he's like, dude.
Like he's giving him another chance to save him.
Tell them we're together. From like 2 stories up.
I just picture the haunted kids coming around the corner at this point.
So then
all right, show's over.
He almost fights the staff. He
Okay.
keeps saying sorry to me because I'm speaking through the microphone. I'm like, you're ruining this time everyone came to have.
Right.
And then he's like, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, no more sorry. Just leave.
Right.
And so he takes 2 steps, and the staff like is not even crowding him. And he's like, I'll knock you the fuck out. Do not follow me. You stay there and I'll leave. And they're like, no, you leave. So it turns into that, and then finally he leaves, and I somehow, after like the first 5 minutes of my set being that, I usher them into my material, and it's going pretty good. And I'm at my closer. I did a 2-minute closer. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be the joke I end on. I don't want to go over. And a guy from inside with a tray of food for a table. It's these women sitting up front on the other side of the stage.
So he's delivering the food?
Yeah, they started doing that now. They're
it.
trying it out.
Right.
So he comes up and he's just standing at the stage like, should I? And I'm like, just go, man. And he just walks on stage by me. I'm like, just do it. And he's like, I got some jokes too. I'm like, yeah, no jokes. Get the fuck out of here. And then it's like, why not? Right? At this point,
Everything's ruined.
Everything's ruined.
Right.
Come on. Does anyone else need anything while we're here? You just hang tight for a sec. So
Yeah, that sounds rough.
it was just like at one thing after another.
Yeah.
And Mike Menendez was the host.
Got
He got this hat from like an art thing he went to last night, and it was just a blank white baseball cap with Sharpie drawn picture on it of the devil. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, you need to put that hat back wherever you got it.
Yeah, it's a haunted hat, man.
We made it work. Yeah, the twin.
Shows like that are like awful, but kind of fun. Like
Yeah.
at some point, you're like, okay, now it's just a shit show, and I'm gonna just lean in and just enjoy the whatever. Man, that's well, you survived.
I just love that guy. I was like, did you know that man? So the dude was like, dude, what is going on? He looked high. So I think he was like, why like me being high and like, why is this guy singling me out?
Right.
I'm just trying to enjoy myself at this comedy
yeah.
show.
It would have been funny if like the second time he was just like, that's my dad.
Yeah, totally like weird family.
Yeah.
I almost kicked him out. I'm
sorry
like,
about
dude,
that.
you got to go just because he says he knows you. You know, you're talking about like falling in love and finding a partner and getting married.
Yeah.
I feel like for people in our position, comedians, the only way is really that has to be someone that saw you and liked your comedy at a show, because then you set that tone of like, this is what I do, because it's not a feasible like.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like you meet someone on a date.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you, but you want to do your whole explanation?
Well, I just think like I haven't gone on a date in a long time, but like, don't people want like stability?
Totally. But I think the one problem that I've found with like the person that meets you at a comedy show and likes you is like they fall in love with your stage persona.
But that's pretty close to who you are.
Yes and no. I think that my stage persona is more like I want to be out. And then they're like, why don't you want to do stuff with me?
Oh,
and
I
I'm
see.
like, because I really just want to do stand up and then go home.
Yeah.
And I'd love for you to be there.
Will you accept
Sometimes.
this rose and kind of visit me a lot?
Yeah, but I know what you. I mean, it is like a better version of yourself on stage. So,
well, I'm just thinking more in lines of like
they get why you're going to be gone every night.
they get why you're going to be gone every night.
Right.
They support it. They think you have what it takes to be successful. So it's not like how much longer you want to do this hobby. So I think you knock those two out by
Fair.
showing them you're good at it.
Yeah.
And being allowed to like go fuck off on these nights, you know, or a partner that doesn't care about your comedy, but works nights.
Right.
Because it's a sacrifice.
I think that you can.
Like Elizabeth's sad when I go to a show. Every time.
Right.
But she can't say no because she knows I'll probably resent her forever.
Well, you can get sad when she goes to work. So you're like, don't work in the day.
No, it's not a fight though. That's the thing.
No, I
like
know
she
what you
never is vocal about it. She's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
like,
there was a woman recently in the Bay that we met at a show, and she liked me, but then it was like it became pretty clear that the schedule wasn't going to work.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so it was like plus long distance.
that's tough.
Yeah,
But she met you at a show.
Yeah,
Rekindle it, bro.
I've thought about it. I've thought about it pretty seriously, but I'm just like, I just don't know. I just don't want to like fuck up again.
Right, because then it's like, well, now I'm just like pulling a weird prank on your life.
Yeah, it's like
Just kidding. It's not gonna work.
it's just like I
Pick up
want
the
it. I
pieces
just want
again.
it to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How long distance? Like you'd have to fly to get there. We don't have to be too specific.
Well, it's LA versus Bay Area.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad. Tony and Emily
Are doing it. Yeah. No, it's not that bad, but it's just like the problem is that like when I go to the Bay, it's like I'm there for shows.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then
You got to get back home.
I got to go home.
Don't you think it's that you have to go home? That's the real issue.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You just gotta want to be out, man. And you don't.
Well, I gotta like.
There's a
I
chance
need,
at
I
love.
I need to get there. I was thinking about this. I need like therapy. I gotta figure some of this shit out.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it was funny how like, you know how like people get like envious of like rich people's houses. I feel like you're always like, dude, I want a house like this.
Yeah.
And I'm never like that, but like I'm always like, dude, I want their like life coach. That's what I want. Like I'll see rich people who are like just got out of
funny.
therapy, really feeling like my head's clear, or like I follow some like life coaches on Instagram just to like try to get a taste of it.
I like that
I'm
shit.
like, dang, and they'll be like, I have a few new openings, and it's like I don't even want to look at what it costs.
Right.
You know?
Right. So last week's episode when we went over what everyone got at the Oscars in their gift bag.
Yes.
And I'm like,
you were like,
damn,
that's
property in
stupid.
Scotland. And you're like, life coach?
Life coach? Yeah, you were like, the life coach is dumb. And I was like, that's what I want.
Wow.
I just want someone because I feel like I'm close. I feel like I have a lot of good skills.
Yeah.
I just don't have the. It's not really work ethic. I can work hard.
Yeah.
But it's like it's sustaining
Progress.
a strong mental health period.
Okay.
I can do it for weeks at a time, but then my dips are too dippy.
Is that seasonal? Have you ever like looked back and been like, it's the
I
same
used to,
time
like,
of year?
No. There's like holidays. Anytime I'm like with my family a long time, things like that.
Yeah.
It gets anxiety inducing for sure. But no, I mean I like used to like chart it back in the day. Now I'm just like it's so fucking random.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think family brings it up? Because there's like tension?
No, I think my family I really like. We get along. I think it's just like my own past personal shit that like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like that where I grew up.
Yeah, totally. Anytime
Like there's
you go
an insecurity
home,
that just festers like out of nowhere. You know, where I'm like the weakest version of myself.
Totally. And especially like doing what we do where it's like I think we project that we're failures.
In our stand-up?
Just being in our mid 30s and we're still renting.
Yeah.
We haven't really like comedians beneath us look up at us and like, you're doing good. You're on the right trajectory.
You made it.
Yeah, you're making it, or you've made it. Whereas I think, and maybe our family and our outside people think that too.
Yeah.
But
it never quite feels how
it
they
doesn't
think
feel like that.
I mean, speak for yourself, dude. I was on a tricycle for T-Mobile this year.
I know, man. And I think that's great,
Life
but you
doesn't
get embarrassed
much.
about it.
Well, no, it's just like
you're like, I don't want people to see it or whatever.
Well, no, it's just because I didn't get paid a ton. That's really what I'm embarrassed about.
Right, but nobody knows that.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pretend that I did.
And you did get paid well.
Yeah, for a day's work, sure.
Yeah, for a day's work.
But yeah, I want that union rate, dog.
Right.
No, I mean, I think, I mean, maybe you feel the same way where some days it does feel like we made it. I feel like that's what I loved about LA. Like the highs are pretty fucking high.
Yeah, you get some dope periods. And then it's like, it's funny. Like you'll look at like your calendar and be like, I'm doing it this month. And then you kind of won't. And then you know that next month could be the same. And then next month comes and sometimes it is. And then sometimes you're like, oh, I gotta like,
I'm not booked at all.
I guess I'm gonna have to work out a lot or write a lot this month because I got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So I think that kind of stuff probably
affects your mental.
affects, yeah. Because it's like I think I'd probably mentally be better off in a job where there was like structure.
Yeah, I think that sometimes, and then I talk to with my friends who have real jobs about what they go through, and I'm like, dude, I am like not only not equipped to handle that level of stress.
Fair.
I wouldn't be good at it. Like I wouldn't know how to survive.
Yeah.
It's like cutthroat in a lot of like corporate worlds.
Totally.
And everyone's trying to phase each other out. And it's like a weird game of chess because there's like money to be made.
Yeah.
By staying on the ship.
Right.
It's brutal.
It's brutal, man. I don't know how people like survive these days.
I know.
I just don't have it.
Good job.
You're all doing great.
You hear us?
Yeah. I don't have that. Like, I don't even understand. Like, you know, when people make that joke where it's like, hey, all those sperm that got to the egg and you were the one that made it. And I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, totally.
I would have been I picture myself as the sperm that's like, you can go.
Yeah, right.
I'll catch
no one's going in this egg. All right.
I'll get the other egg, or like if you want it, you can have it.
You're like, I was just going to room. I thought it was just like a place to get away from everyone.
Yeah, I don't know how to get out of here.
I don't take credit for getting to that egg.
Me either.
That's something else.
Yeah, that was just the current.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Like this, it feels like, everyone says this generation talks about like depression and like dealing with anxiety. But like, my mom says like in her country, it's like, oh, we didn't have time to be anxious, I wonder sometimes, like, if people were going through some shit and there was just really no way to vent.
I'm sure they were.
And it exploded in weird ways.
Totally.
Like there was this one place in like, I think France back in the day where everyone just broke into dance for like a year. I'm not.
Wait, did they sleep?
Some of them died from exhaustion. I think they would sleep and get right back up to dance.
Like were they afraid of not dancing? Like, I gotta keep dancing. I don't want to be the one to stop.
I don't know what.
I can see that. It's just social pressure. It's like dude, I'll stop when you stop. I will stop when you stop.
And people are just passing through town and getting like sucked into the dance life. Everyone danced like nonstop. They brought out nuns to like try and like fucking.
They started arresting people.
Stop the.
It's like the Footloose mayor.
It's like
not in my town.
Totally. I think that inspired this fucking. That inspired the.
That's just an entire community had a mental break.
I think so. People don't know if there was like a fungus in the air that, like, a lot of people think there was a spore that was released or something back in the day that made everyone see shit, and that's why the whole witchcraft thing in like early American settlements was
just
prevalent.
Mushrooms getting in the water
or in the air, and you're just like, it might have been like either a fungus or an illness people are having, but you kind of just. Brain gets a little foggy and you're seeing shit that you're not sure about, and then you start hanging people and drowning people because they're witches and it's their fault. So I wonder if like that was just their pent up fucking anxiety, like manifesting, like
for sure
the release valve just popping off the canister.
Yeah, it's too hard to compare like mental states now and then because we don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if people are being truthful.
I know,
but I gotta think that depression and anxiety has always been around. I mean, it definitely has.
Yeah.
But you're saying, is it more now than the before?
And it's not even like the severe stuff, but just like the kind of ho-hum level of...
Right. Well, the big question is like, the truth of the matter is, like, people were outside more.
Yeah.
They were not doing 9-to-5 jobs in cubicles.
Yeah. And you couldn't see... people living another way.
And then on the flip side, and then people argue, be like, but their lives are better now. And it's like, yeah, in certain ways. Mm-hmm. Better access to healthcare.
Yeah. Information.
Safer.
Yeah.
But
knowledge, which maybe isn't such a good thing.
Right.
It's better just think the tree gods made what rain does come down and then plants to grow and we can eat sometimes.
The tree gods, yeah. Right. But they don't talk about the water gods to the tree gods.
That's what we've been doing for generations.
Because they butt heads.
They butt heads with nature.
They don't realize how important they both are.
And then we starve as a result.
Yep.
So what's this I hear about this Jesus Christ fella? I'm listening. Go on.
Let me just eat this raw potato.
And you say that's the body of Christ.
All right.
Tastes like raw potato. Go on. I would have
That's a
loved
god
to
I can get
catch-
into.
I would have loved to just hear someone like, a little trepidatious.
Right.
Just like, I don't know.
And you saw the water turn to wine. You're
Hey.
saying. You saw it.
No.
No, a guy that you know,
Someone
of course.
did.
Someone, okay.
But he wrote it down.
Okay.
That must have been pretty real
Uh-huh.
to waste all that ink.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it seems unbelievable.
It's crazy.
But it's like...
So, like, his dad's God. But, like,
You're
he
telling,
just let him die. He, like, crucified him.
Yeah, and it's like, why?
For our sins. Well, he didn't do nothing for me. I'll tell you that right now.
Why'd my rent go up?
Why is taxation going up?
Yeah.
And we've got to give more wheat to the king. Oh, the king believes in Jesus Christ. Well, now you're getting me.
So maybe he died for just the kings. Is it like he just died for like the royal people?
So it's what rich people are doing. They're into Jesus Christ.
And that'll trickle down.
Yeah.
If we also believe.
I'm just a little skittish on it all, really. Could you maybe make it more appealing? Oh, here comes the Spanish Inquisition. They stabbed the guy in the neck. We believe in Jesus Christ. Big time. He's my favorite Christ.
Thanks for what you did.
I love how his mum didn't have sex and made him.
Just like my mum.
That's actually my favorite part. Hey, nice meeting you, Mr. Spanish Inquisition, fellas. In the name of the... Oh, I'm just following your lead. Here first.
Father's up top then.
Right.
Son, ghosts. There's ghosts involved.
There's two holy ghosts.
Okay, I didn't get that far, I guess.
That's exciting.
I'll have to come back next Sunday.
I'm not going to lie. I can't read. Good fantasy story is always much obliged. Yeah, milk, lemonade.
All right, I'll go back to the...
And also with you all, brothers.
Right.
There had to just be like depressed people back in the day, dude. I want like pirates coming back from the pandemic. Just like, yar, what a wild 2 years, huh? Feels okay to be back in the boat.
It's good to be back here on... Has it always been this size?
It feels smaller.
Yeah, right? But maybe that's just because there's less... When are we allowed to get back to full capacity? It's just half capacity.
I'm pulling twice as many ropes.
Right. And how did we decide who goes back to work and who don't?
It's weird. I don't love it. And I'm getting like a seasonal depression. The more I think about it.
And the oranges aren't helping. You said that would help. For the scurvy, sure.
Scurvy's gone.
Gone, you did
But
it.
the desire to pull the ropes.
It's not there.
And sometimes the guy goes, heave. And I just go, man, I'm saying it.
And you'll go, heave.
And I'm like, I know it means pull. We don't need to do the song and dance of it.
Right.
But it's good to be back out. I was shanghaied. Fell asleep. Fell asleep after I took one sip of beer, and I promised I'd become a farmer.
Right.
And be with my wife and kids.
Hey, me too.
But, it's good to be back, I guess. Right? I mean...
I keep saying that. I just don't know.
I don't know either.
Because it's like I thought I had these 2 years to think about what did I really want to do.
Being away from piracy, it really taught me. I don't want to
think
be
I
a
love
pirate.
pillaging as much as I thought I wanted to.
I love the singing. When we're done working.
Yes.
Singing, a beer. Mm-hmm. Just kind of a wench walking around, but not like doing stuff to us or nothing. Just like holding the
Just
tray
the
of
general
beer.
vibe.
Just balances it out a little.
Yeah. But it's just like, I just don't know if I'm meant to be captained.
No, definitely not. We're humans.
Yes. And he's fine as far as captains go.
He's doing his job.
But
he's got people he's got to follow orders from. I feel for the guy.
But it's like he doesn't have to kill us.
No. You can incentivize other ways,
Yeah. The plank, it's just kind of like, we really still doing that.
And we all got to watch. I'm like, I've seen enough plank walking.
And I've got a whole list you gave me to do. Can't do both.
I'm saving up my free time minutes for, dinner and one song before bed. One shanty, and then I'm off to bed.
The new shanties just aren't as good.
It's what
it's all about the pandemic.
Well, we're missing half our the baritones are gone. I've dropped an octave.
We can't
out of
continue
necessity.
to be this understaffed. It's not fair and it's not right.
No,
and we're still getting paid the same.
Getting paid the same.
We're doing twice the work.
Twice as much work.
And I get it. You have to make up for lost time, lost wages.
Right. And maybe disperse the work differently. Like you got Jake up in the crow's nest. He says land ho, once a week?
Tops.
What's he doing the rest of the time?
He says he's watching.
He says he's losing his mind. Says he can speak bird. Lucky devil.
I want to learn bird.
I know. Can we rotate a little bit? Give him some air down here. I want to be a writer.
You don't know how to read.
I know, but
I want to learn to read and then write.
But you ever just feel like you'd be good? Not knowing something?
Tell me a story.
All right. Once there was a big whale.
Okay.
Yeah. He was...
I think you're going to be great.
He was a sperm whale.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah. I like that sound. Page 2.
Okay. Big letters, then.
I'm going huge. All caps, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how much letter. I see a person reading and they flip, but I'm like, you've said a lot. How much?
How has it been? Okay.
How many words has it been?
Probably enough.
Enough. All right. The whale was mean.
Ooh, a mean whale.
Yeah, for a reason that no one knows. Actually, no reason at all.
Oh, it's just aimless.
Aimlessly mean.
Aimlessly mean.
There's no
whale.
depth. It's a fucking whale.
Man, the scariest kind of whale.
That's right. And there's a captain, and he's all mean too.
They're both mean.
Yeah, and where he has one leg, it's just a piece of wood.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Never seen it. I don't think it's real.
It has to be.
It can't be real.
But you lose a leg, you just stop captaining. I don't buy it.
I think you retire.
I don't think the pension's set up for it like that.
Okay.
Anyway, page 3.
Yeah, wait. So let's to recap, because I'm small-brained.
Yeah.
Whale angry. Captain angry. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take a break from writing and just kind of live life for a little bit.
You should.
Because it's just, I don't know what I want anymore. and the pandemic's taught me that. It's okay to not know.
Maybe when you come back, you could have a character be not mean.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize just pulling on ropes kind of eases my mind.
It is. It's a mindless, but it's like, it's safe.
I know where I belong.
Say heave again. I can do the hoe.
Okay, I appreciate that. Just re-inspired to work. It's like, now that I've had time to think, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Can't go back in time.
All right, you want me to kill this village?
All right. Point at which one lives and tells the others.